Have you ever heard the story of a king who didn't just rule people, but commanded demons? No, this isn't a fantasy novel. This is one of the most mind-blowing tales found in ancient apocryphal texts. It's called the Testament of Solomon, and it reveals a side of the wise King Solomon that's not found in most Bibles. According to this mysterious writing, King Solomon was given a special ring by the Archangel Michael. But this wasn't just any ring. It was engraved with the seal of God and held a supernatural power. Whoever wore it could control demons. And Solomon didn't waste time. When he began building the great temple of the Lord, he faced a big problem. The work was slow, the stones were heavy, and worst of all, there were rumors that strange forces were attacking the workers. One young boy came to Solomon trembling. He said something was draining his energy, stealing his daily food, and tormenting him at night. Solomon realized that the problem wasn't physical, it was spiritual. So he took out the magical ring. He prayed, then threw the ring at the boy. Suddenly, a dark figure appeared. It was a demon named Orneus. Solomon used the power of the ring to command the demon to reveal everything. Orneus confessed. He had been stealing the boy's vitality. Solomon forced him to obey and then demanded he bring the ruler of the demons. That's when Beelzebul arrived. Solomon, now with divine authority, questioned Beelzebul and every demon under his rule. He wanted to know their names, powers, and weaknesses, and they had no choice but to answer. Some demons caused illness. Others brought madness, confusion, or destruction. Some even ruled over natural elements like fire and wind. But here's what's wild. Solomon didn't just banish them. He put them to work. Each demon was assigned a task in building the temple. He made them cut stones, transport heavy materials, dig and polish. What was once impossible for men to achieve, Solomon now completed with supernatural help. The temple rose faster than anyone imagined. Even more strange, Solomon met female demons who tried to deceive and seduce, but he saw through their tricks. He used the ring, scripture, and prayer to defeat every dark spirit that stood in his way. And he didn't do it alone. Angels often appeared, guiding Solomon, giving him warnings and advice. They reminded him that while he had the power to control spirits, he must remain humble and faithful to God. This wasn't just magic, it was divine authority. But the story takes a twist. Later in life, Solomon's heart began to wander. He became obsessed with power. He loved women from foreign lands who worshiped strange gods. Despite all his wisdom and victories, Solomon began to slip. Some say that he started listening to the very demons he once ruled over. He allowed his heart to be led away. The very temple built by God's power was now surrounded by idol worship. The testament ends as a warning. Power without obedience leads to destruction. This forgotten story isn't just about a magical ring or Solomon being a demon-slaying king. It's a reminder that spiritual battles are real. There are unseen forces that influence our world. But God gives his people authority, not to show off, but to build, protect, and stay faithful. Imagine that. A ring from heaven, demons confessing their secrets, a temple built by angelic and demonic hands under divine command, and a king who walked with heaven and yet still stumbled. What would you do if God gave you that kind of power? Would you stay humble, or would pride take over? If this story fascinated you, imagine how many more are hidden in ancient scrolls and forgotten books. Now it's your turn. Type, "I choose God's power, not pride" in the comments. And don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe for more forgotten Bible stories, mysteries, and powerful spiritual lessons.